Yeah, I'm probably gonna head out in a little bit because it takes me an hour to get back.
I was gonna ask how far you live from there because
Yeah, it's like an hour.
you
It
live
was longer actually on the way here because what I don't like about coming here, like when I attended weeklies, I used to have Thursdays off. I had Thursdays and Saturdays off back when I was working pizza before I swapped to Dunkin' and then production and then more production work. It's like I used to leave at like 4, but then there was also more attendance back then. So I'd get here and like people would show up earlier and stuff. Whereas like today when I left, I just drove by home, grabbed my controller real quick, hit the highway, and it's like I hit all this traffic. And it took me like an hour 20 or something, I think. And I'm just like,
I'm lucky that I've always lived really close to SG. I actually I used to work in Sudbury. I used to work in Sudbury back in the day. That's why I used to go to like every SG.
I had a good streak. I had like a year and a half where I didn't miss a weekly.
Same. I was the same way.
That's like, I don't know.
But I used to work 17
I lost
minutes.
a lot of money here.
Yeah. But I used to work 17 minutes away. And now, funny enough, I actually moved to Sudbury not too long ago. And it's not too far off from Waltham.
Some ways I wish I was closer to the city or something because like just traffic wise, but on the other hand I'm like traffic.
Honestly, I think the place you live in is pretty cool.
It's all right, but like there's nobody and nothing down there.
No, that's what I figured.
It's like it's not bad, but
for someone who like is you like taking over
yeah.
stuff, that's like the perfect place to just do it. Just, I'd be out with an amp, like out there like every day in my backyard, not have to worry about neighbors, bitching about it.
My neighbors might bitch. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like one of those things where it's just like, I don't know. I keep seeing stuff. I'm like, I shouldn't talk about this because I think I literally said this on commentary on Saturday. But like, they're doing this show in like November, which is like this old horror movie, and the Italian prog rock band from the 70s, Goblin's going to be playing like live over, like they're going to play the soundtrack to the movie. And then they're going to do a prog rock set afterwards. And I was like, I want to see that. It's one evening on a Tuesday
Where?
in Somerville. And I'm like, I don't want to drive up there on a Tuesday evening and then have to drive back. It's like, I wanted to see the Nick Mason concert as well. That was this past month, I think. He was the drummer for Pink Floyd. He does a lot of their earlier Syd Barrett stuff, which is the era of Pink Floyd I prefer.
You showed me that one Pink Floyd song that's in there. What was it? I can't remember.
Lucifer Sam, yeah, that was a good one.
Had an awesome riff to it.
Yeah. I love that earlier stuff, but I should have gone to see Nick Mason. I didn't. I'm just like even right now, I'm like I'm out and about way too late.
So what? Is he just playing drums or?
Yeah, he's still playing drums. He only ever sang one song, which was "Scream Thy Last Scream." He sang, which is a weird one because it had like him singing and playing the drums, and then Syd Barrett was doing like a chipmunk voice. And they didn't release it back in the day. I think they only released it in like 1967.
That's kind of cool because like I assume he has like a band like.
Yeah, he's got a band that like they just play the early Pink Floyd stuff off the first couple albums.
That's badass because like I think about like my girlfriend was listening to Roger Waters like a few months ago. And clearly they're just gonna play like
yeah, they're gonna play The Wall and Comfortably Numb and all that. Yeah.
And that's kind of sick. There's like I don't know how like well known the drummer was.
He's not that well known.
Exactly.
That's why his tickets were like $65 compared to like a David Gilmour concert or like a Roger Waters concert or something.
Because like I was looking at pictures of like Roger Waters concert and it's just like all these like really like stupid like effects and like all projections and like lasers and like it's so detached from like, the actual show. I assume that this guy's concert here at least is gonna be like.
It's a lot of they're trying to capture like that early like
exactly.
like 67 to 69 Pink Floyd era where it was like underground clubs and like I mean they're doing it in like actual venues, but it's a lot more like psychedelic kind of light show type stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, as I understand it. So it's cool. I'm hoping he's still touring next year. His whole logic, I guess, was, you know, he's like, I like to play those songs, and we never got to play them, like, after we got popular, because no one wants to hear, oh, my favorite Pink Floyd album, The Piper at the Gates of Dawn. Oh, my favorite Pink Floyd album, A Saucer Full of Secrets. Like, so.
I was just gonna say, that's why, like, I have a weird perspective for, like, cover bands sometimes. Like, you know, you don't have the money to go see, like,
Yeah.
Slipknot, and there used to be this cover band called Slipknot. And it was awesome. Like,
Dude, so the funniest thing about this is, like,
so like, I don't have the money to go see Pink Floyd, and there's no other, like, band playing, like, old Pink Floyd songs.
yeah, it happens with Rush, right? So at one point, like, my dad was trying to get me to go to, like, a Rush cover band with him, and I didn't really want to because I'd always prefer to, like, see, like, the real band. And
Right.
I mean, Rush ain't really playing anymore, obviously, because Pert's dead. But
Right.
I was like, I don't know if I want to go see, like, a cover band. Like, I don't want to spend money on that. And I was looking through all the cover bands, and, like, there's, like, okay, this is these okay names. There's, like, Lotus Land or whatever. I'm like, all right, fair enough. I go down, and there's a Rush cover band called Rash. I was like, who named their band Rash, dude? I'm so jealous. I wish I had a band named Rash. Like,
Kind of a badass.
it's terrible. I love it. That's the only cover band I'll ever go see is a band called Rash. You have to, like, you have to get me in there with a name. Because, like, you might know the material or you might not, but you have to, like, the name is your pitch at that point.
Yeah, the name, like, solidifies everything.
Yeah.
Right?
It'd be like if you have, like, a Tool cover band. It's called, like, Power Drill or something. You know, I'll go see that. Whatever. I don't even listen to Tool. I'll go see that anyway.
Power Drill.
I don't know, Handsaw. Or, like, you could even go the other route, you know, like, my Tool cover band called Utensil or something, you know? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, because it's, like, lame when, like, you know, it's a Tool cover band or something with Ladder Rallies.
Yeah, everyone plays the same stuff. Which, I mean, I get. Like, that's why Gilmore and Waters, you know, play what they play. And they're good at it, but...
It's also, like, they keep, like, because if it was me, like, it's kind of cool, like, being the drummer of Pink Floyd, and then no one giving that much of a shit to where you can play smaller venues.
Yeah, you get to do that because,
still,
yeah.
like, still chill for the rest of your life, you know? Like, that's a dream come true for me.
Yeah.
My dream would be to, like, make it one hit song and then just, like, fade into obscurity, you know?
And then start a band called Rash.
Start a band called Rash. I'll start, like, my own Rush cover band. I will play only YYZ. Back to back. But so I respect the drum. What's his name?
Nick Mason.
Nick Mason. I respect him.
Yeah, I got respect for it. He got asked, like, hey, why are you touring again all of a sudden? He's like, I felt old. I needed to get out and about. So I started a band.
That's awesome. I'm just gonna beat, like, ride someone else's vocals, you know? As far as music goes. You can figure out the shit out.
Yeah, okay.
Just give me some percentage, you know?
I have to manage to get, like, more than 2 musicians in a room at any given time, which has proven to be, like, impossible.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
I feel like being a session musician is cool for that reason, right? Like,
Yeah.
you play it, but have no level of involvement attached to whether or not, it feels big.
Yeah, I guess.
But no, I feel you. Sometimes I feel it's hard to just kind of have it.
Yeah. You have to find them, find that they play the instrument, and then somehow, like, convince them to play the instrument.
Yeah.
It's like this whole thing. But at the same time, like, okay, session musician's one thing where it's like you don't have to worry about ownership, which is nice. But at the same time, like, maybe you want to have some ownership over it, because then, you know, you go to the club and you're playing a show and just, how are we doing tonight, Detroit? And you just rip open a bag of fucking raw popcorn over your head. And it's like, what is going on here? You know? It's you get a little more creative control over it, which is maybe nice. Maybe not. Depends on depends on what you want to do.
Someone's actually had
That's convenient. Oh, no, not really. No, like, I would be interested in trying one out if I found one, or like upgrading a Squire, but I'm not like actively looking for one. I'm surprised Fender hasn't reissued it at this point. No, yeah, Squire makes it, but like I'm surprised Fender hasn't. Fender just like announced like a new like vintage series thing where they're like, we're reissuing never reissued before things. It's like 54p bass, and I'm like, that's what I'm working on, but fretless. They knew. But yeah, it's like one of those things where I'm surprised they haven't, like, they don't have bass 6 currently, because like that's really convenient. If you like guitar, you want to do bass lines, bass 6. But I don't know.
It's gotta be convenient. Small band, like 2 pieces.
Yeah, you can definitely.
Be a guitarist.
Yeah, I think what drives me away from it at the end of the day is like I had a 5-string bass for a little bit, and I just like I sold it because I didn't use the B string. I thought I was going to use it because I thought I was going to use it for like new wave and industrial songs and stuff. I just popped the penguin. That's like that video of that sovereign citizen who's like, I'm going in, and then he gets tased, except it was a giant penguin. But other than that, it was like the same thing. I'm gonna be honest, this music is like a little too clubby for me, for like this context. This is like you're playing XCOM and there's like a level where like you're in the club and then it turns out like half the crowd's aliens.
Yeah.
This is like the music that plays.
Is that a normal scenario in XCOM?
Not yet. Maybe if they hire me to write the third one, it will be. It absolutely will be.
That'd be awesome. I've never played XCOM ever.
It's pretty good. I like it. But like it's one of those things, it's like Civilization where you like kind of have to keep an eye on the clock because it's too easy to go, I'm just going to do another turn. And then it's like 3 a.m. and then you're like, oh god, I have to be up for work in 2 hours. So, I don't know. I don't play much of anything anymore. But XCOM was pretty good.
Yeah, I don't play much of anything either.
I would play more of this if I had the capability, but it is what it is. Yeah, the XCOM 2, the reboot XCOM 2 was good. I also tried the original XCOM, and I had difficulty understanding what was going on. So but I think the reboot's one of the better reboots made of a game.
It's just like a strategy game, right?
Yeah. It's like tiles, turn-based, basically. I'll put it this way. If you could play as the gray alien in this game, I would play as it even if it wasn't XCOM, because that's funny. But I would definitely also play it because it is XCOM, if it was like officially licensed. You know what I mean?
Right. I don't know why the concept of it vaguely reminds me of the original Rainbow Six games. I don't know if you ever
Yeah,
played
yeah, yeah.
those.
I played it. Well, I played the first one, but I played it on the PlayStation,
Yes,
which was
okay.
it was different than the PC one.
Oh,
Of it.
was it?
Yeah, the PC one wasn't as like it was a little more strategy, and
That's
there was no like it was less shootery
I
by
played-
like a bit.
I played both, but like years apart, so I never knew. Like I played it on PS1 when I was a kid, but I do remember the one on PC being like just like a legit strategy game.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of cool because like, you'd have like six teams that you could like.
Yeah, there was more people too. The PlayStation one only had 3,
Yeah,
and you could like choose where to go in, and that was about it.
that was kind of awesome. I liked it.
It was a good game, yeah.
And then they made it all weird with like, the one where you're in Las Vegas for like on buildings.
Yeah, I played Vegas 2, and at the time I thought the campaign was edgier than this DDD skin, but
Yeah, it was.
but I don't think so anymore. Like, it was kind of edgy, but they don't really show anything.
No.
It was conceptually edgy.